Oh yeah, we're getting Gomez's story. Oh great, oh great mother trees, granters of blessing and mercy. Grant us the fruits living in your shade, your boundless love and clemency. Countless large petals take to the sky at the elder's proclamation. As the men bang their drums, the women sing in chorus. The dancers begin their act as petals rain down. Their swaying beseeches the sacred. I was one of those dancers. Dancers are chosen from the smaller, weaker fruit. Those those small of body are picked. Those who cannot be warriors. Those chosen as warriors would be taken by the people who came from the sky. They would journey to faraway planets. Being being chosen as a warrior is a big honor. I was taught that it meant you had truly become an adult. My parents, my siblings, my friends, they were all twice as tall as me, or more, but I did not grow. Dog, that is tall. Like it said earlier that you were like 10 feet tall. So someone twice the size of you? Holy crap. I was not chosen as a warrior. I became a dancer. That was normal. My siblings who became warriors laughed at me. They said it was because I was too small. I was too weak. Oh no. No, they didn't. But I was happy to be a dancer. Because I would not be taken far away like the warriors and never come back. Because I can live under the trees in happiness with everyone. But that day, a few days after, a very big kaibutsu came and ruined the village. The people from the sky visited my mother and father. And they came to take me. When I recall it now, many warriors were eaten by the kaibutsu. So I think they made do with me. Back then, I thought it was an honor since I had not been given the chance of being a warrior. Warriors were different from dancers. They could give the people of the forest blessings, the blessings of the people from the sky. But when I left my planet, I could not stop crying. I did not know why. It just felt so sad. So much pain. I could not stop crying in the ship. I I I understand that to a degree. At one point I was like that. I went from planet to planet and came to Earth last. I thought it was a very nice place. The air nice and clear. Where? Although not as much as my homeland. I could sense the trees, flowers, and plants all breathing. They did not bring me here for no. They did not just bring me here for no reason. Since coming to Earth, I have been seen by many people. They would show me bags full of money and try to make me use my power. Oh my god. Oh no. Then afterward, they told me I would be put into one of their armies. Oh. The more I was looked at, the more scared I got. Everyone who came to see me had the smell of war on them. Some of them spoke of warriors from my planet getting hurt. When I thought that I would be taken to the wars they would march to, I felt very, very scared. That is why I decided to run. I used my power to put the guards to sleep. The buildings and objects of Earth are very small and very hard to hide around. But I managed. I escaped. Then it happened. I met Boss.
Can't believe this. Dragging me out to calm some punks fighting, and I'm not getting a red cent in the process. People from my past, no less. People I never wanted to see again. No need to complain, Procy. After all, public security work is a fine job for any hero worth their salt. Yeah, I've heard it 1,000,000 times from you. Yeah. God, the Procy voice that I keep aiming for, I just can't seem to hit.
Who are those two? They do not look like they are with people who dragged me here.
Huh? Who goes there? Show yourself. Huh? He doesn't look like a villain. Rikey! Wait. He looks like he wants to say something. What's he saying, Procy? What language is he speaking? How should I know? I don't even know if it's from this planet. Heck, he doesn't look like Terran. He doesn't look Terran. Not when he's that big. Wait, not Terran. Come to think of it, I've seen people who look like him, but where? He looks terribly frightened. What happened to him? I do wish I could understand him. There he is! Bring him in, gang! You gave us a good chase, Pipsqueak. You think we want to spend all day going after an extra? Hey, cool it. There are heroes here, and they got their cameras going. Extra, you said? Hey, Procy. Procy? Yeah, I get it. It's all come together, along with a few memories. So you scumbags were still up to this, huh? Procy, what is it that anchors you so? Let me in on it. We'll talk later, Rikey. We're shutting down our stream now and running. We gotta hide this guy. What? Securing the safety of private citizens is important, yes, but we're still in the middle of our Quit your yapping and help me get this guy out of here, now! All right, you have my aid. Justice in a flash! Smoke bomb! I can't see. Did they pull a flashbang on us? Where is he? Where's Gomesa? They got us good. Call the boss. He may be an extra, but he's not worth nothing. I remember that. I was so worried. They ignored my orders as their operator and ran off on their own. When I saw how serious Procy looked, though, I could not bring myself to reprimand him. that, they attempted to hide Gomesa, a complete stranger, and they did it after heading for Procy's bar. By heading for Procy's bar. And you saw it with your own eyes. This dude is one of those? Yeah, I remember well. This guy's particularly short among his people. I remember seeing people who look a lot like him loaded up onto their craft to be shipped off somewhere. From bits and pieces I've heard around, his people can use some sort of special power. Since it comes in real handy on the battlefield, they get scooped up and sent off to wherever there's warring. Oh my god. I can't believe it. To think that such a thing could happen to people living in peace on a planet so far away. Believe it, man. There's so many things you could relate that to. Think of livestock or pets or sports animals. Is their using giants with special powers for their own gain any different? What a nonsensical argument! No one could accept something so ridiculous. You'd be surprised, Reiki. You'd be surprised. That's how these people defend themselves, using them like that. I didn't like it either. Made me want to hurl hearing that. But what are we going to do then? It won't take them long to find him. They have to have people chasing him as we speak. Since they know you're the one who took him in, it'll only be a matter of time before they find this bar. When they come knocking on your door, what then? Are we just going to give up and hand him over? Procy stays silent and approaches Gomesa as he quivers in a corner. Gomesa shudders as he looks up at Procy with fear in his eyes. No need to be that spooked. I'm not gonna hurt you. Not like those other guys. Procy strokes Gomesa's large cheek with a gentle hand. It's okay. It's okay. Nothing's gonna hurt you, okay? Uncle, I've made up my mind. I'm taking him in. What? But Procy, you can't be serious. Listen to yourself. How are you planning on explaining yourself when they come knocking in? I don't need to explain a thing. They come swinging, I beat them back. That's all. Get out of here, you jokers. You're gonna need a few more years in the school of street brawling before you can tango with me. The small man, clad in fight-tattered clothes, flips the bird to the foes, dragging themselves away from Then exhaling deeply, he turns to me and smiles. How long you planning on keeping up the waterworks? You're the size of a building, pal. No need to be scared of your own shadow. Don't worry about them, though. They won't be bothering you anymore. And if they do, I'll give them a nice hammer kiss. So relax. Loosen those shoulders and take a breath. This place is your home now. Without waiting for me to answer, he turns around and beckons me to where I need to go. He's so small. I thought so much smaller than I. I could cover him in both hands, like a baby animal. Yet, on that day, his back seemed so large to me. So large and dependable.
On that day, I had finally found a place to belong. I had found a place to go back to in a time when I had no way home. Given to me by an individual so small in body, yet so big in heart.
I can't believe it.
Since that day, I no longer saw those people. I worked really hard to learn common, and I started working at Boss's bar as a waiter. He took me in, and I am finally able to live peacefully.
Oh, so that's why your common's a bit awkward and your accent's kind of thick. You hardly had any experience with it before. Now that's just terrible. Grabbing people from their homes and using them like slaves. How's this been going on for so long? I mean, if it's this public, I can't imagine too many authorities would keep quiet, right? It's already been established. Normalized business. That's probably a big reason. The Giants are perfect personnel for making war. It's not a field anyone involved can easily pull out of. Besides, different planets have different values, some of which may seem horrific to those we have here in our solar system. Awful things here may simply be normal, or at least tolerated on other planets. Or theirs, at least. Different nations and planets. Different values, huh? Happens on Earth, too. More so than we realize. Indeed, it happens everywhere. What seems odd to you is accepted somewhere. That feeling of something being odd or off? Well, that's just your point of view. They take advantage of that gap, and they do it well. No one can stop them. That hurts. That's really sad to think about. One question though. Why is Procy trying so hard to help Go Mesa then? I mean, sure, I would try to help him if I were in Procy's shoes. But taking him in? Looking after him like that? No way. Good question. Procy never seemed to want to talk about it, so I don't know either. I'm sure he has his reasons, though. For what it's worth, it seems he had quite the tumultuous life himself. Huh? Officer Barrow, you've been awfully quiet. Voluminous tears pour from Barrow's big eyes as he bawls and sniffles loudly. Oh my god, he's so simple. His handkerchief is already wet enough to be wrung out. Oh my god. Barrow. Those are some humongous tears. I really see where he's coming from. Sorry, I just, these kind of stories, they always get me good. Barrow blows his nose, blows his nose on his wet handkerchief, spraying droplets all around him. Oh my god, we're gonna need some sanitation. Ah, gross! And hey, Where's all that water coming from anyway? You're like a faucet going full blast. No, that's his alt. That's his first alt. That would be his first. That would be his first alt. You could say that again. Our lawman here really has his emotional extremes.
Meryl, you really are a kind one.
Rosie really is something. That kind of heart and skill is to hide Go Mesa like that. And the power to stop them from coming back after just one fight. Just one fight, huh? To be more precise, it was just one fight that Go Mesa saw.
Huh? Uncle, do you mean...
I do. You see, there's a bit of a continuation to this story. In fact, it's been continuing until just recently. Procy's fight. I had a feeling. After the battle you saw, Go Mesa, they did come back. Time and time again. Heck, Reiki and I would encounter them often when we were with him. I don't know why this song is continental. Yet each time they came, Procy would drive them off. Sometimes with our help, of course. It's only as of late they've started coming with less frequency. Before that, well, Procy continued to fight, determined not to let them have you.
What? But he did not tell me.
I imagine he wouldn't. He'll probably give me a good yelling for telling you this now, in fact. Now, this is a little more my speculation. I have a feeling Procy made his move to bring those days to an end. Bring those days to an end? What do you mean by that, boss? Constantly fighting off attackers will only wear him down. But most importantly, Go Mesa hates conflict. To crush an entire criminal organization, to quash fights around him, would be impossible. The scope is just too large. That's why if he could negotiate with them somehow, that would surely be the easier route to take. Or so, that's what I imagine the case would be. At the very least, Procy knows them. He has to know how to negotiate with them one way or another.
The boss, he did all that for me? All because I am scared of fighting,
Still, this is all just speculation. You don't need to pay it too much mind. I will say this though, Go Mesa. Go Mesa's on the verge of tears, but Uncle nonetheless has his eyes fixated on him with a serious look on his face. I don't want to deny you your dream of everyone living together in peace in the slightest. Nothing would be better than everyone being able to live together in peace. But since society is a gathering of people of all sorts of different views and beliefs, conflict is, I'm afraid, inevitable. It's still bad to say that word. Inevitable. There's not much you or I can do about that. But people who know their way around the fight can protect those who hate fighting. Those skilled in battle can fight to mitigate the conflicts of the world, to make it so others do not have to take up arms. That, too, is a necessary component of the peace you love so dearly.
Fighting for peace?
Fighting to stop fighting, huh? Seems contradictory, but there's really no other way. Oh, Gundam in a nutshell. Well, most Gundams in a nutshell. Sorry, I got a little philosophical there.
I want to go.
Go Mesa.
I do not like fighting, but I do not like the idea of never seeing Boss again even more.
He clenched his fist, trembling. Gomesa looks straight at Huckle as he makes his declaration.
I want to go find Boss. No matter what kind of fight it becomes, I want to go to Boss. I want to tell him thank you.
You've made up your mind, huh?
This time, I will not run from fighting. Because Boss has always fought for me. I must repay the favor.
I see.
Go Mesa? I'd like you to let me join your fight.
Beryl loudly stands up from his chair.
I don't know where or what this point YH is, but seeing that determination of yours really lit a fire in me. I want to see the moment you see that goal of yours through. Beryl! Thank you! Hey! Easy on the hooking! I'm gonna die of embarrassment!
That's all you're gonna die from? Dude's a 10-foot giant, man.
Wait, isn't this exactly what I do to Inspector Game? Hey, let me in on the hugs. You too, Brandon? Thank you. Oh, come here. Oh, jeez. Big mistake. Big mistake. Your face is mighty close, Brandon. Huh? Why do my cheeks feel all flushed? Hey, Brandon, you just got drafted to go. Count me in too. I'm in so deep I gotta see it through to the end. I'll tag along too. I can't transform into a hero, but if there's anything I can help with, I want to be there to make it happen.
Kashi and Mokdai also stand up in kind. Thus, Team Rescue Proceed takes shape. Pledging your service without even knowing where the road will take you. All to accomplish the goal you're all hell-bent on doing. I say that's what youth is all about. It puts a smile on my face, truly. Oh, the foolhardiness of youth. Against the wisdom of age would be another read on that. A single wrong move could spell doom for them all. Foolhardiness every hero shares, I imagine. It comes with the territory. Well, you got a point there. That sort of makes it heroic. I do have to say, the people on your payroll really are heroes, in the old sense of the word. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried, though. I do admire their eagerness. If what they're plunging into looks far too dangerous, I'll have to stand in their way and stop them. Now, I do wonder if I can encourage their resolve. Maybe open a few doors along the way. Unfortunately, this is as far as I can tag along. I've been doing too much pro bono work on company time, so they're reeling me back in. I'll be praying that you can manage to save Procy and bring him back home. Give him hell out there for me.
We will. Thank you, Naruhito. So much.
Now that we've decided to get going, it's time to find out just where we're heading. Point YH. Now, that does sound familiar.
I know just the guy who know Inspector Game. He's got to know all the jargon and lingo and secret talk villains use with each other.
True.
Looking into that sort of thing is his day job. He would have left work by this hour, though, no? First, let's call to see if he's still there. If he answers, we head to the police headquarters and decide on our next move then. How does that sound?
Yeah!
Boss, please be alright. I will rescue you no matter what.